friends, others, and of course, most importantly, exclusively, my fellow graduates. I'm Zach Valerie, for those of you who don't know, and I speak for the graduates, for they have no tongues. For I am the class historian. You see, to be selected as the class historian speaker, you had to be elected by the class. So when I heard I was chosen, I was so very surprised that they chose me. But they entrusted me with the duty of representing them. I later found out that I was chosen for my witty humor and charm. But in all seriousness, I've been in school with all these kids since 5th grade, some since 2nd grade, and before I really get going with this speech, I would like to tell my wonderful class of 13, amazing young adults, how thankful I am for their love and support given to me throughout my journey at THS. While I have your attention, I'd like to name my sponsors. People gave me $1 to be mentioned in my speech. Maggie Flores, Nolan Preislers, Simon Fruth, Tristan McCutcheon, Grace Staten, and Grace Staten. I was advised to speak about things that represented our class. One of these was to sing, so, well, I'm not going to do that. In 6th grade, we took a spectacular trip to Yosemite. This trip consisted of glorious sights, fun activities, and during our free time, playing an unforgettable game, which was dubbed Monster. Monster consisted of one person wearing all black, hiding in the shadows until it gets you. Once it gets you, you become a monster as well. If you think about it, how scary must it have been for the last person to become a monster, knowing the rest of the class hiding in the shadows, waiting to get them. That was quite a few times myself. Now to here, all trembling up here. On 3, will everyone tell me, "Don't be nervous, Zach, you're doing fine." 1, 2. Wait until 3, please. Thank you. 1, 2, 3.
Don't be nervous, Zach, you're doing fine.
Much better, thank you. Okay. It was the afternoon of March the 14th, 2011. For many, it is known as Pi Day. Not pie as in the delectable pastry, but pi as in the irrational number. The reason for this is pertinent to the date, 3-14, 3.14, the first 3 digits of pi. So, in an attempt to be hip and cool, Colby's dad, Daryl, brought in pies. Now, every March 14th, the graduating class here eats pie. Fast forwarding to this year, I, personally, had the time of my life. We had a very wild, to say the least, experience with Miss Paulson's couch. Yes, we would wrestle, but nay, it was more than that. The couch was no ordinary couch. It was to us, the nation of Flugandia. Colby, the king and ruler of Flugandia, was King Colby. Tristan was the general of war. Cole was the ambassador to his faraway land, the Andersonian Utopia. And I represented the people of Hobnob, a state within Flugandia, in the Flugandian Congress. We had no citizens. Mineo was the prince, and precedingly, Simon was the princess. There was also an enemy, Nolan, a nation of Pen 14. But they were still no match for Flugandia. Oh, how our battles were historic, only to be ended by the sound of Martha ringing the bell. Then, of course, there was our trip to Washington, D.C., which was very fun. I believe in one day I went to 3 Smithsonians. Also in one day, went to a majority of the memorials. Yeah, it was quite jam-packed. It had to be jam-packed when you're visiting such a historic place. I enjoyed it, though. Oh, I especially enjoyed the Southeast buffets. Never experienced those before. But again, in all seriousness, I'm sure my classmates will agree with me that the trip to Washington, D.C. was a great experience. We're all very thankful to our wonderful parents for giving us that opportunity. As I'm not the best inspirational speaker, I'd like to try another approach. Will everyone in the audience please put up their right hand? Okay? Now on my count, I would like you to place it on the shoulder of the person to your right. Apologies to those people. 1, 2, 3. Didn't wait until the count, but okay. Now you may put your hands down. Now I can officially say that the audience has been touched by my speech. As a closing note, I don't wish to speak about independence or friendship. I wish to speak about something that, to me, is more pertinent to a graduation of this caliber. I believe my dear friend, Dr. Seuss, hit it spot on when he said, "Don't cry about it ending, smile about it having happened." What I'm trying to say is, yes, it is the end of our primary schooling, but it is the start of the rest of our lives, rest of your lives, my wonderful classmates. Let's rejoice in our accomplishments so far and utilize our skills learned here to do something. Wonderful with our lives. We have so much potential. So to end my speech, I implore you to go out into the world and be an upstander rather than a bystander, and to be empathetic rather than self-absorbed, and to do good instead of evil. I believe in all of you.